Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm doing the BoneLab review video where I'll share my thoughts about it. I played it for quite a while now. I've probably spent about maybe 10 hours already. The story didn't take me that long, maybe like a couple hours, and then the sandbox mode with all the mods, that was really great. There's lots of different things you can do, like the weapon selection and messing around with Arthur Ford, who's in the original Boneworks game. Anyway, let's just get right into the review. First of all, the story. I thought the story was a bit odd, to be honest, because you couldn't really understand what was going on. Half of the story was being told to you on these little notepads, where it was telling you messages from developers of the game, somewhat, I don't really understand it, and you get these talking tos or whatever on the radio by some guy who you later meet at the end of the story. The character, I'm not sure what his name is, I'll put it in the video or something, I don't know his name, but he is quite important. He's part of the Lava Gang, the main people, which is to do with, that's quite heavy with that story, the BoneLab story. The main world of Boneworks and BoneLab is quite confusing, because it seems like it's stress level 0 story, not just BoneLab and Boneworks, because it also includes, I'm not sure what it's called, it includes Duck Season. Includes Duck Season and BoneLab and Boneworks, which is all some kind of trilogy to do with some kind of world that's being built. But I haven't played Duck Season or Boneworks since I'm stuck on an Oculus Quest 2 for now. But my overall understanding of the story is that it is called MythOS that builds games and a world, and we're in Fantasyland, which is where our character's from, and we get taken over by some kind of mind control thing, I don't even know, and then we discover the Lava Gang, and then we end up escaping into the void, or into escaping from the void. I'm not sure, but the void is the main key to do with that, and Arthur Ford in original Boneworks trying to get there. But overall, I give the story 6 out of 10, probably because it's not really focused on the story, and it's mainly just the gameplay and the physics-based gameplay, to be honest. So yeah, 6 out of 10 is my review on the story. Mechanics is the main part of the game, because they really highly focus on that stuff, and it's great. I love the mechanics. Intense physics on the bone marrow engine, which helps it be really realistic, because if you push anything, or if you lift anything, it'll act like it in real life. And I find that really cool, because not many other games do stuff like that. The guns, if you're using like a machine gun, you can knock the magazine out with another magazine, and then you can put it in, which I find pretty cool, but it is kind of annoying sometimes with putting the guns away, holstering them, because you just end up throwing them, which is kind of annoying. It would have been better if you could just drop them and then go straight to your inventory, but I guess that's to try and make it more realistic instead of being a full-on game. I love the shotgun and the pistols and whatnot, but I feel like they could have given a higher selection of guns, because I find I'm using the same guns throughout the entire game, and when the supplier has a weapon, I'm always getting the same ones, so I never actually use them. Like how they do with ammo, how there's little boxes you can find around the place, and then you can just instantly in your inventory, and you can reload whenever you need to. What you can do to enemies, which I find incredibly detailed, how if you essentially punch an enemy's knees, it'll weaken them, so they can shoot you at their knees, and then when they fall over, they might not be able to get up. And that's the same with the arms, and all restricting from punching, and I just find it super cool. They put that much detail into it, how you can just punch their arms and then they'll be completely immobilized. I find with the game Blade and Sorcery Nomad, well, that's what I'm playing, maybe different in Blade and Sorcery, is the fact that you can kill the enemies way too easily. I know that's pretty realistic, but I'm glad in this game they take a little bit more of a punch instead of dying instantly. Maybe that's just because you use guns instead of swords and whatnot. It makes fist fighting a lot more fun because you don't just have to take the hits in, you can actually do it in the proper fighting style or whatever, and block punches. That you can grab their arms and throw them over your head and whatnot. That's really cool. I really like that stuff. But anyway, the main new thing in this game, instead of it being exactly the same as Boneworks, you have this thing on your arm that you can change your avatars with. It's not just changing your look, it changes your attributes, your stats. It can make you faster, stronger, taller, and that's all the avatars. It's awesome. The first avatar is Strong, who is basically just the default strongman, any action hero type of character. He's got regular strength, regular speed, nothing special really, but he's just a above average human really. As you will see in the gameplay, I have modded my Strong account or avatar to be Kratos from God of War, obviously. And I like the community side, how you can change the attributes, so you're not just making a character swap on him, you can make him your own different character and special. Anyway, the next character is Fast. Obviously, it sounds in the name, they're faster than everything else. They have a really fast speed, which I've not seen many mods have that actual speed. Though it does have less strength, a lot less strength, but it's mainly got high agility, high speed, and low strength and everything else. Also quite short too. The next character is Heavy, which I find is one of the coolest characters, but still one of the worst, in my opinion. He's obviously extremely strong, the strongest character, and he's relatively tall, he's around 6'8", I'd say, and he can probably throw people over their heads into miles away. Also, he can punch really hard, and it'll probably kill them in one hit, which makes him quite overpowered, but still have some weaknesses. He's really slow, and he can't climb very well, making him not very useful. And also, he doesn't have any guns on him. Well, not that I know, because I can't get any guns on him, at least not the holster ones. So it's quite annoying, because I have to punch my way through, and I guessed that you were indestructible to bullets, because you had like metal skin or whatever. But you still take the same amount of damage, I think. I'm not sure. Next character is Short. I think that he is probably the most underused character in the entire game. He has a small level in him, which is really small. He's on a moon base, and you can jump high, but I think that's only on that level because it has low gravity. Usually when you use him, he's only good for being short, but I guess you can get in ventilation systems, but whenever I use him, it's only because of that and nothing else. So I think that he's definitely one of the most underused characters, and I wish they could have used him a bit more, and hopefully in a sequel they do use him. His stats are about really weak, faster than some, and yeah, he's got great agility though, because he can climb quite well. The next character is Light. It's like an anime girl who is used in the section of the game where you drive a cart, but that's the only part she's actually in, because I'm not really sure what she does. She's just short, but that's it, and light. She doesn't seem to do anything else. I'm not sure she's faster or anything, but the cart is the only thing she's good for, but it doesn't seem like she's even that great at that, so I don't use her at all, which is quite a shame, because I thought she would be a really fun character to use. I thought she was a high jumping character, but it seems not. It's quite a shame. I really would have been happy to see it be used in a nice way. The next and final character you get to use is Tall, which I think is probably the best character in all of them. He is probably around 8 feet tall, around that size, which I find is awesome. I'd love being that tall. For him, when you use guns, they seem like tiny little things. A pistol is like a little tic-tac, and the shotgun is probably like a pistol to him. He's got just about smaller, just tiny bit less strength than the heavy, and he's run faster, and that's why I think he's the best character. He's got the strength, about the strength of heavy, the speed of strong, and yeah, that's about it really. But I think he's really strong, and he's a really useful character, but yet he's a bit too tall at times, so I struggle to get into places with him, but that's why I always use strong anyway. Overall, I give the mechanics of the game an 8 out of 10. Finally, the replayability of the game. This is more the mod side, the lab area, and the sandbox. The mods, that's a bit small now, but it has only been out for a month, so I'm not really surprised, and hopefully it will grow, because I use Nexus mods to get my mods on Blade and Sorcery and everything else. That's what I've used so far, but I can't find anything apart from like avatars and a couple of guns. But hopefully if I check another website out, I will find something great. Lab area, which is probably the most used area because it has a parkour area, like a speedrun bit, a fighting area, a tac trial, I'm not sure what it's called, experimental place where it has stuff like bowling, mainly stuff that not really many people would use, and the sandbox, which is the main area where everyone uses, where that's where you can get mod worlds and you can mess around. The area you will see is the one you when you press quick play. I'm not sure what it's called, but yeah, that's a very interesting place. I don't really have much to say about the replayability in the sandbox, because that's mainly the community where people who want to play it have to find out for themselves, because I can't really tell you what to do on that. So really find out for yourself and have fun and get stuff by yourself and just create stuff. Like, well, not really create stuff, you don't have to, but more like messing around on your own and figuring out stuff for yourself. Overall, the replayability is 9.10. 9 out of 10. And that's probably why this is the main game you should play if you want to mess around. Overall, I'd give this game a 7.5 out of 10. Mainly it's getting lower down because of the story, but I like, probably because at this rating, because I actually really like story games, and I really would have wished I had a better one, because I saw what Boneworks did, and it just seemed like it's a bit lacking in that area. I would rather play Boneworks. I haven't played it yet, but it seems like it's a bit better, but that's probably because it's on PC, and I have a Quest 2, and it's got pretty bad quality. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I will be coming out with my next video in maybe a couple days, maybe a week, you'll see anyway. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.